Hey guys, just finishing up everything. Sorry for the short delay here. I hope everybody is well. Alright, just catching up here. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Dudley, I wish I could have a beer. I'm fighting a stomach bug here. I was traveling all week and my stomach's not 100, so I'm not going to risk it. So, no beer for me tonight, unfortunately, either. Alright, let me get the light. Let me get a drink though. Alright. I am ready to rock and roll, friends. Hope everybody's doing well. I have been on a whirlwind, traveling all week. Just got back from Philadelphia. Was in Allentown. Was I crazy busy? Stressful. Thank you. It's just like a stomach bug, and it's been bugging me from my trip. So I'm not gonna risk it with any beer. Better safe than sorry. Really was good. Too busy though. I was just way too busy. I ran an event for like 500 people yesterday, and 80 people the day before. Just a lot going on. So I was the point person for everything. So just a lot going on. So happy to move past those things and be looking forward. The events went well though, so that's all that really matters because it's for my job. The full time income right there. So just glad to move forward from it. Ed Dudley, you wouldn't believe how many times I hear about that. All right, guys. So as always, when you're in the break room, you buy 5 or more spots, you're gonna get something in the mail. I'll run through what 5 or more spots will get you tonight. 5 or more spots will get you a pack of Prestige 2024 football. It's a gravity pack. Some Haunted Hoops 25-26 NBA season. It's upon us now. Throwback, a little 2006-2007 Victory Hockey. Some Score Treat 2025 football pack. And some Topps Heritage 2023 baseball. Alright, that's it. 5 or more spots. You buy 5 or more spots, that'll come your way. You head out, you decide, you know what? I want to grab 10 or more spots. Let's jump into a jumbo 2016 Donruss baseball pack. It's 30 cards coming your way. One of those Score Treat football packs. How about a hobby pack? Little hobby love for you of MVP Hockey 22-23. Some NBA Haunted Hoops 25-26. And some Bowman Chrome Football 2022. Alright, so that's a look at some of the things that could be coming your way. You know what? You got Delisandro's that's got that kind of style. Maybe not the pickle, but Delisandro out there in Philly's got the cheesesteak with the red tomato sauce. Yeah, I'm not a cheese steak. You know what? I'm more. Yeah, it's like a kind of like a pizza sauce, more like a marinara, I would say. Yeah, that's their thing there, Delisandro's. I think I'm saying that right. I'm always telling people if you're staying near City Ave, City Line, go to D'Alessandro's. I don't get with the red sauce, but I know a lot of people do. I'm more of a, if I can get pepper jack cheese, that's my go-to. Alright guys, real quick, here's a look at the site and what's coming on. Alright, so here we are. We're breaking tonight. It is October 17th. We have a break on Tuesday the 21st, and then we'll be back at it again on the 24th. What is available on the site? There are about 5 spots, last I checked, remaining in our Centennial Baseball break. Insanely massive big hits here. We've got 1 jersey, 1 photo, and then we've pulled some big time autos and some slabs here, and just some really big stuff can come out of here. So this is a fun product with some big time potential. Alright, basketball. We have a full-size autographed ball paired up with an autographed jersey. At this point we have the Nets, Hornets, Pistons, Grizzlies, Heat, Pelicans, Suns, Spurs, and that's it. Spurs have little Wemby right here, so one of the big headliners still out there. Then we have the mini helmet and 2 jersey break. We have the Cowboys, the Chargers, and the Saints available. Cowboys, Chargers, Saints all available out there to be had. Then we have the juice break. And remember, all the teams are valuable in this one, including the Rays and the Marlins, because there are 20, let's see, how many players were there? 31. There are 31 players in this checklist that will be razzed off to the entire list. And they are 4 celebrities from Burt Reynolds to Spike Lee, 10 basketball stars from Iverson to Patrick Ewing, football players from Dan Marino all the way down to Tom Brady. Then we have hockey stars from Yager to the 99 Stanley Cup champs, boxers like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. And so huge potential, and those get razzed off, and all 30 teams have even chance, including the Marlins and the Rays, which are the 2 teams that are remaining out there. This is a single box break. It's the last one from the case. It is 1 jersey. You get 2 teams for the price. We have the Braves and Tigers and the Mets Marlins out there. I always like to point out the Mets and Marlins both have some huge potential hits here. Here's a Met hit, Gary Carter, and a Marlin. That's a Marlins Ichiro jersey. So pretty big potential with those. And then obviously the Atlanta Braves, Tigers. Here's the Braves Hank Aaron as a possibility. Mini helmet by division. We have remaining. The only one left is the AFC South. AFC South is the last one remaining from that. And then I think we just have like, it's less, 3 or less. The last I checked, 3 or less spots remaining in the Blitz break. There are 4 items in this break. All sorts of big time potential and a lot of fun to be coming out of this. So that is a look at what is available and is on tap for tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to share those with us. But I think a good place for us to start tonight, why don't we go in and do the divisional breaks? Alright, so we have this mini helmet break, and we'll do that second. Let's do the full-size football first, and we'll do the mini helmet second so we can sell that AFC South spot. And I'll refresh this list after that is sold, because I know we have the 16x20s on there as well. But that's a look what's out there. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's have some fun. Alright. The balls are juiced, Kano. Alright, Vlad. This is going to be for the football. So it'll be this break right here, the football. You're giving me a divisional guess. Go ahead and put that in the chat. Give me a divisional guess for the football. We're going to use box number 2 or box number 3 for this break. Box. Alright. and then if you're new here, welcome. Alright, I had a question I was just trying to answer. Alright, so here we are heading over to random.org. Use the randomizer. We have boxes 2 and 3. 2 is on the table, 3 is behind me in the corner of the den. There's 1 time 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, we'll use box 2, the one that's out there. Again, this is the break we're using. I'll use a little pointer right here. You'll see me pointing. It's this little orange area on the left hand side. We'll do the mini helmet second. Love to sell that mini helmet spot real quick if someone wants to jump in and grab that. No pressure if you don't. It's always an option though. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's joining us. Alright. You're just giving me one NFL division right now. Alright, in our break here, last call on those guesses, Daniel. What up, Daniel? Daniel has the AFC East. Matthew, the AFC North. Jeff has the AFC South. Ashley, the AFC West. Steve has the NFC East. Larry, the NFC North. Jake, the NFC South. And Dave, the NFC West. Alright, guys, I'm going to call no more guesses. Divisional breaks, let's go. Alright, we're going to use the one you guys see right here on the screen. It's game on. Game on. Alright, box 2. Box 2 sealed up. All the way around. Let's go. It'll pop up. Alright, seeing an NFL football here. An NFL football. I think we have a Hall of Fame. We do. We have a legendary coach. This is a Buffalo Bills hit. Buffalo Bills hit. Hall of Famer Marv Levy. Marv Levy on the Wilson NFL football. That'll be an AFC East hit. And that is going out to Daniel. Daniel. Legendary Bills head coach Marv Levy. That is JSA on the authentication. And on your sticker. Alright, congratulations, Marv Levy. Yeah, he's still alive. He's in. I think he's got to be in his 90s. Let's see. Chiefs was 5 years. Bills was 10. And did not play professional football. I knew that part. Alright. Let me catch up here, see who guessed correctly. Alright, so that was for the the AFC East. AFC East. Stacy, what up, Stacy? Hope you're having a good time. I don't know if you have to get up early tomorrow or not for the golf course. Nate. All right, it's Thomas, Nate, Stacy, Adam. I think that's everybody. If I missed somebody, let me know. I've got Adam, Nate, Thomas, and Stacy with the correct guesses. Alright. Go ahead if you want to put a guess in for the mini helmet. I think Mr. Evans has it. Yes, you do. Thank you, Mike. Alright, I'll give this a refresh. Alright. Mini helmet, and we know it's going to be this box right here, box 5. It is going to be this box, alright? So box 5. Go ahead, if you like the division you guessed, go ahead, guess it again. We're going to move up here, do the mini helmet. We have box 5 as the one we're going to use right there, box 5. Alright, and it's going to be a rip it and ship it kind of deal. Rip it and ship it. Alright, so last call on those guesses right now. Stacy, I hear you. Alright, we've got Daniel with the AFC East again. Maris, the AFC North. Michael's got the AFC South. Thank you, Michael, for grabbing that. David's got the AFC West. Jake, the NFC East. Matt has the NFC North. Ashley, the NFC South. And Daniel's bookending this one with the NFC West. Alright, I want to call no more guesses. Let's get right into this. Good luck. Thomas, what up, Thomas? Hopefully you're having fun in here. Good luck. No more guesses here. Alright, game on. Get a little pizza. Pizza on. Box 5. Box 5. Sealed up all the way around. Let's go. We have a specialty helmet. It is a theme, guys. How about this? We have a Buffalo Bill. Back-to-back Buffalo Bill hits here. That's something else. So that'll be another AFC. Hey, it is good. Daniel, a good start having the AFC East. Normally more of an NFC East buyer. This, I believe, is... yes, it is. This is going to be a guy that played for Marv Levy. This is Andre Reed from Kutztown University. Alright, this is JSA authenticated Andre Reed, Hall of Famer, on a Slate helmet. That's very cool. Alright, so Andre Reed. Alright, AFC East on the guesses here. I think Thomas might be the only one. I could be the only... could see this as Thomas being... oh, sorry. Thomas, did I miss anybody? I think... yeah, Thomas, I think you're the only one. Back to back to back to back to back to back. Oh, they just kept going. Alright, guys. Now we'll move in the correct order. Alright, guys. It is time for the 16 by 20 and the 8 by 10 photo. Alright, go ahead. Give me your guesses here. It's either going to be active baseball, retired baseball, active football, retired football, active basketball, retired basketball, hockey, or other. Alright, and for this, it looks like we have four left. 1, 5, 7, and 9. 1, 5, 7, and 9 are possibilities here. One, 5, 7, 9 as the box closes on me. There's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, numero uno. Alright, number 1 here. Let's cross that one off. Our cheat sheet. Pop it out. Save that. Might need it later. Alright, for the photos of 16 by 20 variety, I have number 1 on the table. Let me see what else we have. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every number but 8. Every number but 8 is from the case. It's from the case remains. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 3 here. Box number 3. Let's grab that. Alright, coming on here is box 3. I guess it would look like a 3. Like that. No, I had it right earlier. 3. And box 1, as that follows timber, is coming off. Alright, last call on those guesses. 3 is right here, and 1 on top of it. Alright, Rick has active baseball. Richard has retired baseball. Mike has active football. Jeff has retired football, and then both sides of the basketball equation. Rick's going hockey, and Daniel's grabbing a little love in the other category. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Give it a good luck tap. Daughter makes the good luck charms if you're wondering and new. Box 1's right here. Alright, we have retired football player. This guy's doing the little hokey pokey. Alright, we have Chris Hoke. Chris Hoke coming out of here. Alright, so Chris Hoke on a retired football. Alright, and that's Beckett on our authentication. And that's going to go out to Jeff. Jeff, congratulations. Chris Hoke, he is a well-spoken, very, very well-spoken individual. If you're unfamiliar with Chris Hoke, undrafted free agent who had a 8 to 10 year career in the NFL. Alright. Chris Hoke. Alright, sealed up. This is box 3. This is sealed up all the way around. One more tap. Alright, here we go. We have baseball player. Look at that. Look at that. Is that who I think it is? Yes, it is. We have Michael Bush. Michael Bush, active baseball player. We're going to go active here. Beckett on the authentication. A player that had no room. The Dodgers didn't have room for him. Great pickup by the Cubs. Michael Bush. All right, Michael Bush on a really nice photo. All right, so that's active baseball. Rick on the hit. Michael Bush. Put that to the side here. Mark that down. Michael Bush. What's this baseball score? It was 3-0 when I had to stop following it. With the goat pitching well and hitting well. Wanted the worm, got the bush. That's pretty good. 4-0. Thank you, guys. Alright. Active baseball and retired football for our guesses. Alright, Steve, I've got you. Francis, you're in there. Let's see, active baseball. Nate, you're in again. Shaggy, what up, Shagster? Shaggalicious. Jake, got you. Troy, what up, Troy? You're in there. Even though the Chicago hit in this break was the baseball, you're in. Thomas. No, you said active. June, I've got you. And Stacy and George and Mike / Charlene. You guys are all in there as well. Alright, so we added quite a few names on that one. We added Steve, Francis, Nate, Shaggy, Jake, Troy, June, Mike / Charlene, George, and Stacy. Yes, you got a Chris Hoke, 8x10. Alright, it's puck time. Go ahead, give me a divisional guess for the puck. It is a brand new case coming out. Alright, just released from the 25-26 series. Series 1, just released. Release week. Alright, brand new case here. These not numbered? Oh, they're numbered on the side this time. Alright. I feel like these cases are slightly different in size than they used to be. Just slightly. Alright, I know there's numbers on these, but we're just going to do it like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 on the top, 10 on the bottom. Everything in between. They are numbered unless we get to the less of them. We'll just use it by their numbers, but this will save a moment. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 1. 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, this will be box number 5. Box 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so it's this box right here, and that is box number 90. You see the number out of 100. Alright, so take the rest off. Alright, box 90. Alright, guys. Last call on these divisional guesses here. We have Steve with the Atlantic, Daniel with the Metro, Steve has the Central, and Ashley, getting specific, with the Pacific. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Let's go. I think it's the way that they're calling the brand this year, Jones. Hit Parade has given their products some different names. I think it's probably pretty similar to the line that we used previously from Hit Parade, but I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's close to the line that they had used. But they're giving things a different name, starting with the 25-26 releases. Similar how the Immortals have a Hit Parade line. This one's the Elite line for the hockey puck. Alright, here we go. Take this off, and then we're going to go in, give it a cut on that side, and then down there. Give it a pull. Alright, take that. We have Team Canada. So we have a Team Canada We have Team Canada, Sam Montembeault. Montembeault. Alright, so Sam Montembeault. So this might be Team Canada's junior, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Did I say it's? I think I said Steve, but it's Sam. I don't know. All right. And apparently, if you've watched a lot of hockey, you would know a lot more than I do. This is Montreal Canadian, a former Florida Panther. Montreal Canadian, because he is the go-to. He is the main man in Montreal. All right. The more I looked at the name, I'm like, wait, that name definitely looks familiar. Alright, Montreal Canadian right there. That'll go out to the Atlantic. Alright, so this is going to be an Atlantic hit. Right there. Alright, so Atlantic hit. Montreal Canadian. Sam Montembeault. All right, Steve, on the board. Yes. All right, nice hit. Congrats. He is a avid Red Sox fan and played catcher growing up. All right, there we go. Cheers, mate. Hey. All right. Atlantic guesses. Your names are going to get added. We have Daniel. Vlad. Oh, quite a few names. Thomas, Matt, Antonio. What up, Antonio? Francis. Atlantic. We got Thomas. Then we got Dudley and Stacy. Then we're going with Jones. We're going to add George. Alright, I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody. Alright. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put out on the table 4 boxes of mystery. I'm going to put all the names in the random.org. The top 3 unique names. Going to get a chance here at a box of mystery. Alright, so we'll have some fun with this. All sorts of stuff to be put out there. Alright, guys. Actually, I gotta take that out and switch it because I already have that sport involved. Alright. There we go. Alright, 4 boxes of mystery. We have a golden egg. we have babes, we have silver, and we have gold. Alright, so a lot of boxes out there. Top 3 names are going to get to pick a box here. There are 3 hits, 1 whammy out there. 3 hits and 1 whammy. Top 3 unique names. So, if we were to say pull George's name, the first 2 names, we would just take names 2, 3, and 4. We want to have 3 unique names get a box here. Alright, there's 4 times 5, 6. Here we go. Top 3 unique names are George, Nate, and Francis. Alright. George, Nate, and Francis. Alright, you guys, welcome to pick. Whoever picks first gets it. Alright, George, Nate, and Francis. Happy to help here. Go ahead and make a selection. George, Nate, and Francis. Let me put your names on it. First come, first serve. George going with the silver box. That's crazy, Jake. Alright. Oh, and he's also pitching. Or pitched. George, Francis, and then Nate's going babes. Alright, Nate picked first, but all of you guys passed up on the golden egg. What up, Kyle? Everybody passed up on the golden egg. Alright, let's see what was in the golden egg. You guys all passed up on the Mega Gross Mini Series 2. Alright, so you missed out on the Mega Gross Minis. Alright, then. The babes went to Nate. Nate, let's see what's coming out of the babes for you. How about a hobby pack with a guaranteed autographed rookie card? Alright, so it's an autographed rookie card hobby pack from Leaf. Leaf Baseball. Alright, let's see what you got coming out of here. Garrett Cave, Eric Mania, Dalton Guthrie, Kevin Reyes, Grant Fennell, Jaron Kendall. This is, I believe, going to be your auto. Your auto is a Kyle Kemp. Kyle Kemp autograph. A Raman Williams. Robert Bykowski. Tuki Toussaint. And Stone Garrett. Tuki. Alright, those cards coming your way, Nate. Alright. Then we had Gold Box to Francis. Here we go, Gold Box. Alright, Francis, how about a pack of Prism Basketball? Prism Basketball. Alright, Francis, let's see what's coming out of here. You have an A.J. Johnson rookie. A.J. Johnson rookie. Andrew Wiggins. How about this looking card? That is a nice looking rookie. Instant Impact Saloon. And then we have Chris Middleton. Alright, a couple rookies in there. One that was spent some time injured this year, and another that was in the G League most of the year. But alright, not bad. Francis, those will be coming your way. George, I think you're going to like this. This is a box of 2024 Futures Multi-Sport Pack. Alright, so Multi-Sport Futures box. So let's open this up. 1 autograph per box. Alright, so 1 autograph guaranteed to come out of here per box. Alright, let's see what's coming out of here. We'll cut this open, maybe. Alright. Well, your auto is Xavier Townsend. Xavier Townsend is your auto, and this is short print numbered to 149. Xavier Townsend, Short print to 149. All right, so that's your auto. And then here are your cards. Here's your pack. Let's see what's coming out of this. You have, these are hard to read. Mr. Allen, Katron Allen, Kyron, is that Lacey? Yep, Kyron Lacey. This is Mackenzie Mgbako. This is Neiman Lawrence. Here's a Cam Ward. This is a year before his rookie year. Rookie card, Cam Ward. Michael Hawkins right here. But nice Cam Ward and nice Michael Hawkins. How about a Caleb Durbin? He's playing right now in the game that's could be his last of the year, unfortunately for him. Brock Vandergrift. Let's see. Another Cam Ward. 2 Cam Wards in his pre-rookie year. And then a Kobe Mayo. All right. Pretty cool. Great pack. Congrats, George. All right. All from 2024 coming out of that. Not a bad giveaway. Not a bad few giveaways, really. Several autographs coming out of that. Well, they certainly are. They certainly are. We never will either. Tani's the greatest player. Never thought we'd see someone better than Babe Ruth. What they said about Babe Ruth type of deal. Obviously, Barry Bonds, things like that were insane. But Ohtani's the greatest player in the history of baseball, I think. Especially at the rate he's going. Alright, guys. Let me look at something really quickly here. Alright. I am doing one thing on my end real quick. Just bear with me, guys. Alright. We are going to go to break number 2. Press that. Alright, here we are. Steve, I just sent you a message on eBay real quick, Steve. Just a 411 on that. Yeah, you, Steve. I sent you a real quick short message on eBay. Alright. We are going to be breaking a football box, and we know for a fact it's going to be this guy right here, box number 1. So this guy right here. What I am going to need everybody to do, give me 2 NFL teams on one line. 2 teams, 1 line. No problem. No problem. Alright, and it's going to be the box you see right here. It's the last one from the case. So it's going to be box number 1 right here. So you guys give me 2 teams, 1 line. And I'm going to start reading off who's got what in what spot here. Alright, guys. In the break, we have Alyssa with the Cardinals. Stacy's got the Falcons and the Ravens. Anthony, what up, Anthony? Talsey. I hope you're doing well. You've got the Buffalo Bills. Steve has the Carolina Panthers. Troy's got the Bears. David's got the Bungles. Juan gone with the Brownies. Rick's in the house here with the Dallas Cowboys. Here comes Juan with the Broncos. David with the Lions. Rick got the Pack Attack. Steve has the Texans. Jeff has the Colts. Antonio, what up, Antonio? Hopefully you're enjoying these breaks. You've got the Jaguars. Michael Motorcycle. You've got Michael the Chiefs. Mike W with the Raiders. Elvis. Unless he gets a hit, Elvis will leave the building, hoping for a Charger hit. Rick has the Rams and the Dolphins. Stacy's got the Vikes. Richard's got the Pats. Here comes Juan with the Saints. Jeff with the G-Men. Williams got the Jets. Daniel's got the Fly Eagle Fly. Charlene's got them Steelers. Rick's got the Niners. Stacy's got the Seahawks. Rick's got the Bucks, the Titans, and sitting on the commode. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Let's go. Alright, like I said, last one from the case, so we know it's going to be this box right here. Box number 2. Box number 2. And let's do it. A little juice. A little beer juice on that, even if Thursday night football is not in favor of the Steelers at all. At all. My Steelers do not do well on Thursday nights. Alright, here we go. It's going to be a secondary seal down there. Let's give it a cut across. Looking to hit big. Thomas, I got you in there. I see the number 3. How about this? How about a Miami Dolphins hit? Miami Dolphins hit. We have quarterback Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers coming out of there from the Miami Dolphins. And that is going to go out to Rick. Rick, congratulations. Former Texas Longhorn. Beckett authenticated. Quinn Ewers. And that is a Miami Dolphin hit. Miami Dolphins hit. Welcome. All right. Who here guessed the Dolphins? You're going to have a chance at the box of mystery. I see Angela. All right, Angela. Thomas has the Dolphins. Antonio. What up, Antonio? You've got the Dolphins. Steve's got the Dolphins. Alright, I think that's everybody. I think I have everybody here. Angela, Thomas, Antonio, and Steve. If I miss somebody, let me know. They just get all Lions hits have been suspended. Like Brian Branch. I don't know. Bad attempt at humor, but I tried. Alright. Let's figure out boxes of mystery for you guys to have a chance at. Alright. We have a silver box, we have some babes, and we have some trash. I think it was just talking about that specific case, is my guess, Steve. Alright. Top name, going to get to pick a box of mystery 2 times. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Thomas, you get to pick, and you know what? Antonio, your first time breaking with me, Antonio. After Thomas makes a selection, I want Antonio to make a selection. Alright, so we'll go with it that way. Thomas, you'll pick, and then Antonio, if you're still here, happy to have you on board. You are going to pick a box of mystery as well. Alright, Thomas, go ahead. Make a selection, and then welcoming Antonio to the fold with a selection as well. All right, Thomas going with the Babes. Antonio, if you're still there, would you like to go with the Box of Mystery, the Trash, or the Box of Mystery Silver? Going with Silver. All right. You guys have all passed up on the Trash. And coming out of the Trash, how about this? How about a pack of Prism Draft Picks 2019? Prism Draft Picks 2019. All right. That means, Antonio, you are welcoming yourself into the fold with your very first whammy. But not all whammies are created equal. Antonio, I think you're going to be a happy camper. Welcome to the show, Antonio. Because you just got yourself a Vito Corleone, the Godfather Funko Pop. Check that out. Pretty cool. Congratulations. This will be coming to your house. Check that out. Vito Corleone. Alright, I'll be sending that your way there. Alright, Antonio? You are very welcome. Alright, Thomas, going with the Babes. Alright, Thomas, let's see what you are sinking your teeth into. Look at this. Thomas, you just got yourself a pack of Zenith Football. Zenith Football. Let's go. Alright, see if we can pull you a monster. Alright. Dante Hall. There's a nice throwback. Dante Hall. There's a rookie of Mason Smith. We're going to have a parallel of Joe Alt, rookie. 2-minute drill parallel. One of the top young linemen when healthy. And a Josh Downs. Josh Downs. So, got some D and O linemen. And then you got some throwback love with Dante Hall and Josh Downs. Alright, Thomas, those will be yours. You guys are all welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's do a full-size helmet. But let's refresh this first. Because it's looking a little bare. And we're not talking about them Chicago Bears. Alright. This back, so we can move this up. Alright, it is one full-size helmet from Gold Rush. And we're going to pair this up with one Gold Rush jersey. One Gold Rush jersey. And we're going to stick with the football theme, but I'm going to have everybody give me 5 NFL players. 5 NFL players, one line. It could come out of the helmet or the jersey. 5 players. Go ahead, put those in the chat. If you guess correctly, you are guaranteed a box of mystery without a whammy. Alright, let me get this cut open here on my end. Alright, guys. Box 1 on the table for the jersey. We have every number but 8 and 10 as a possibility here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 5 for the jersey. Alright, black bag number 5. Number 1's out of there. Alright. For the helmet, we have box number 3 on the table. We have 4 in the corner of the den. 3 or 4. Last 2 from the series, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. Box 4. Alright, so here is box number 4. We'll replace the box 3 coming off. Put that basketball back there. Alright, 5 and 4 for this break. You guys have given me 5 NFL players on one line. We've got Ashley with the Cardinals, David with the Falcons, Jeff has the Ravens, Mike has the Buffalo Bills. We are going with Rick with the Panthers, Shaggy's got the Bears, Case has the Bungles, Anthony's got the Brownies, Rick has the Boys, Jeff has the Broncos, William's got the Lions, Adam's got the Packers, Jeff has the Texans, George with the Colts, Alejandro, welcome to the big show, Alejandro. You've got the Jags, George with the Chiefs, Anthony's got the Raiders, Shagster's got the Chargers, Rick has the Rams, David with the Dolphins, Stacy's got the Lakes, Adam with the Pats, Rick has the Saints, Jeff with the G-Men, Adam going with the Jets, Jets, Daniel's flying with the Eagles, Charlene's got them Steelers, Zach's got the Niners, Dustin with the Seahawks, George with the Bucks, Case has the Titans, and Stacy sitting on the commode. Alright guys, no more guesses. Let's go. Alright. I once got a Super Bowl ring. Not everybody can say they've had a Super Bowl ring. More people probably can than they realize when they say their Super Bowl ring came from the top of a cupcake. But you know what? My daughter gave it to me with all the glory and the enjoyment that she had from that chocolate flavored cupcake. 6 for $8. Alright guys. Box black bag number 5. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This gets a little cut across the top. Gold Rush. Let's see some hits. Alright, seeing some red. Seeing some red. Seeing number 1 and 7. Alright. I won't fumble this. But we have a little Steve DeBerg. This is going to be a Chiefs hit. It's Steve DeBerg coming out of here. Alright, Kansas City Chiefs, Steve DeBerg. That's going out to George. George, congratulations. Kansas City Chief quarterback, Steve DeBerg. And that is a JSA authenticated jersey. I thought you said I love Coke. Alright, Steve DeBerg going out to George. By the way, Thompson got your guess in time. Let's do it. Alright. One more little love tap. Alright, guys. Good luck here. This is box 4. Box 4. That is sealed up. All the way around. Here's our front. Here's our back. That's a cut. Another cut. Good to pop up. Let's go. We have a specialty helmet coming out of here. Specialty helmet on the hit. Alright, let's go like this. Alright, this guy has 2,000 yards in his repertoire. How about from the Tennessee Titans on an Eclipse helmet? A little CJ2K, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson coming out of here. And that is going to go out to Case. Case, congratulations. A little Chris Johnson. CJ2K. Alright, so this Titans hit is Beckett authenticated. That side, but you're going to display it on that side right there. Chris Johnson. Nice hit. Congrats. Let me mark that down for you there, Case. CJ 2K helmet. Alright, Steve. You do have one hit tonight so far, Jeff, though. For what it's worth, you do have one hit. Alright. Did we have any CJ2K guesses? We do. Jake with the correct guess. I don't know. You have C. Johnson. It could have been the other Johnson. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put everybody's name in a box for a chance of the box of mystery. And I'm going to let the honesty ring forward here. And Jake, was your guess for Chad Johnson or... Alright. Was it you, Jake? Were you thinking CJ2K or Chad Johnson? Just curious. Honesty will ring out. Chris, you got it. I'm gonna hit you up then. Alright. Everybody here is gonna get a chance. Everybody's going to get a chance for a pack here. I will give away a pack of Chronicles football to somebody, including you. You'll have a chance at this, Jake. It'll be the pack you see right there. But Jake, I'm going to then do 3 boxes of mystery for you. Alright? 3 boxes of mystery. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll put 2 other packs so you can choose left, center, or right. How about that? Steve. Alright, Steve. You can pick a pack here. Steve B. It's going to be Steve B. Just for a heads up to not confuse anybody here on what Steve we are talking about. Which break did we just do? We did this one. Alright, Steve Burgess. Left, center, or right? Steve B. And then Jake, you're going to get a box of mystery. It's all good. I trust you anyway, so. Alright, go with center. Alright, we'll take these 2 off. Alright, Steve, this is going to be your pack here. Chronicles draft picks. Alright. How about a Zach Wilson rookie? There's a Kyle Pitts rookie. Not bad. Rashad Bateman rookie right there. Alright. Amon-Ra St. Brown rookie. There you go. That's your best card right here. No doubt about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown rookie. Trey Lance rookie in there as well. Still find his story very interesting and not complete. But Amon-Ra St. Brown rookie. Nice pull. Alright, that'll be coming your way, Steve. Alright. As promised, 3 boxes and no whammies here. 3 boxes, no whammies for Jake. Jake. We are going to tempt you with some silver, gold, or babes. Silver, gold, or babes, Jake. Which one would you like? The babes. Alright. That means you pass up on gold. And inside of gold, were not one, but 2 packs of draft picks, Prism Draft Picks 2019 and Chronicles Draft Picks 2021. Alright. Then you passed up on silver. This one was a big one. How about a Prism 2024 Jumbo Pack? So Prism 2024 Jumbo Pack. Alright, here we go. Huge potential on this one. Either way, it's going to be a rookie. You have a Brock Purdy rookie card coming out of here. It's encased. It is possible to get a Brock Purdy autographed rookie. Let's see if we can get one. Alright, can we pull an auto? We have no auto, but we do have a purple Brock Purdy rookie card. Alright, so this Brock Purdy rookie coming your way. Congratulations. Alright, we'll be sending that to you. Jake, you are always welcome. Sorry it's not the rookie of the autograph, but hey, we'll take it. Right back at you. Alright guys, let me look at something real quick on our end. Alright, here is a look at what's going on. This is what's on dad-breaks.com, our upcoming break schedule. Just a couple spots remaining in the Centennial. Basketball-wise, got any basketball fans out there? We've got a full-size autographed basketball paired up with an autographed jersey. We have the Nets, the Hornets, the Pistons, the Heat, the Pelicans, the Suns, and that's it. Alright, so we got a few teams out there. Some big-time hits still potential out there. Especially Pistons have quite a few names on that checklist as well. He'd have a few names. Pelicans, and then the jersey potential out there. Alright, so good stuff still out there. Oh, we are now sold out. It looks like we are now sold out of the Centennial. So at this point, just have the basketball and the mini helmet. So it's 1 mini helmet, 2 jerseys. We have the Cowboys, the Chargers, and the Saints. Cowboys, Chargers, Saints. Everything else sold out. Chargers, Cowboys, Saints. Saints, by the way, or Cowboys have either the most or second most names on the checklist. There's a 411 on that. All right. Give me a moment. We are going to do a bat break. Let me refresh this list here. All right. It's going to be for 1 bat and 2 balls. And we know this bat is going to be bat number 3. It's the last one we have from the case, so it's this guy right here. We don't know what 2 baseballs we're going to use. We have balls 2 and 8 on the table. We also have 9 and 10 below the table. You guys are going to put in the chat. What you guys are going to do is you're going to put in the chat 5 Major League Baseball players, 1 line. 5 players, 1 line. If you guess correctly, automatically going to get a box of mystery. No whammies. Alright, let's figure out. We know it's going to be bat 3. Let's figure out what 2 baseballs we'll use. 2, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 2 and 9. 2 and 9 are the baseballs. Alright, 2 and 9. So let me grab box 9. Bring you out there. Box 9. Box 2. Adios. Numero 8. Alright. I'm going to put out there our little baseball note. And we've got Jake with the Arizona Diamondbacks. George has the Atlanta Bravos. Richard's got the Orioles. Here comes Thomas with the Bo Sox. Daniel's got the Cubs. David's got the Chi Sox. Stacy's got the Reds. Mike has the Guards. Juan's got the Rocks. Adam's got the Tigers. Steve has the Astros. Case has the Royals and Angels. Nicholas has the Dodgers. Case with the Marlins. Steve has the Brew Crew. Case with the Twins. Adam with the Mets. George has the Yanks. Anthony's in the house with the A's. Daniel's got the Phillies. David with the Pirates. Vlad is looking for the steal of the century with that Padres purchase. Zach's got his Giants. Richard's got the M's. Brandon's got the Cards. Adam's got the Rays. Dustin looking to hit with the Rangers. Here comes George with the Jays. And Jeff closing it out with the Expos/Nats. Give everybody here a second to finish guessing. Good luck. All right. We'll call it on this one. No more guesses. No more guesses. All right, got a good luck baseball here. Baseball on wheels. Take our little note off. Box 2's right here. We're going to show this off. It's wrapped up, sealed up, double sealed no less from TriStar. Give it a cut. It's pulled. Alright. Secondary seal you're going to see up top there. Coming around, doing its thing. And we're going to cut into this area right there. Alright. We have a very nice hit here. Alright, here we go. We have seen this name, but not a whole lot. I pulled him on a slab card. No, not on a slab card. Might have been a baseball previously. Alright. We have Rawlings, TriStar Authenticated, Major League Baseball from the Cincinnati Reds. We have Reds Hall of Famer, Adam. It's a strikeout or a home run. Adam Dunn. Adam Dunn. Alright, it's strikeout Walker, home run, really. Alright, but there we go. Adam Dunn, and that's going to go out to Stacy. Stacy, congratulations. Adam Dunn to the Reds. Alright, Stacy. Let me mark that down. You're welcome, Candace. That's funny. You are very welcome. Alright, guys. Box 9. Box 9. Let's go. Sealed up all the way around. Alright, we are going to see it come to the side. It's going to overlap right there. Come down. Let's give it a cut. See what we got. Alright, we've got that. Here we go. Oh, we have an insane hit here, guys. One of the greatest pitchers in the history of the game. Insane hit. It's going to be based on games played. I will point out the baseball itself has a smudge here. There's no smudge on the auto, but the baseball has a smudge. TriStar Authenticated. Major League Baseball. Hall of Fame to be Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens coming out of here. Alright, Roger that. Roger Clemens. What a hit. What a monster hit. Roger Clemens. All-century team there. Boom. And we'll check. I believe it'll be a Red Sox, but we're going to check. right. Look at this war. Look at this, 139.2. All right, yeah, no doubt about it. Wasn't even close. All right, Boston Red Sox. Didn't think so, but don't get to look up a ton of Roger Clemens stuff in here, so that is awesome. Boston Red Sox. Way to go, Thomas. Thomas with a monster. Thomas Q. Thomas with a monster hit right there. All right, Thomas. Thomas Q with the big time hit. You are welcome. Roger that. All right. Couple very nice hits right there. Did we have any Clemens or Dunn guesses? That's a good question. All right, baseball bat. Bat number 3. Bat number 3. That's the barrel, so I will show that off because we're going to open up on the knob side. All right, we're going to open up here, knob side. Side you guys are looking at right here from Gold Rush. Oh, insane hit, guys. Absolutely insane. All right, we do have a headliner. We have a headliner. Oh, yeah. Way to go, Richard. Look at this. From the Baltimore Orioles. Shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar, check that out. Gunnar Henderson on the monster hit right there. It's Beckett authenticated. This bad boy's coming your way there, Richard. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Gunner. Big break right there. Big, big time break. What a break. How old is Gunner? Gunner is 24 and he's already got a WAR of over 20 and he's only 24 years old. I wanted to see how high it was. All right. What a break. What a break. All right, do we have any Clemens, Dunn, or Henderson guesses? No Henderson. No Clemens. No Dunn. All right. Some big names, though. Oh. Love it. Absolutely love it. I always tell people I've already paid for everything, so I want to pull the biggest names possible. So I love it when we do. Alright. As long as you put a guess in, as long as you put a guess in, I am going to... I'll give you one of those hobby packs within auto. We'll do one of those auto hobby packs, and you're going to tell me left or right. Left or right, and you'll get a hobby pack within auto. Alright, has to be the name, can't be the guess if it shows up weird. Like if it showed up as the small 2, we wouldn't take that. But Jones or Adam like that, we would. One time there's 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna tell me left or right. 6 and 7 times. Steve again. All right, Mr. Burgess. You are going to tell me left or right, Steve. And this time you are going to be walking away with an autographed hobby pack. All right, Steve. We did this break. All right. All right, Steve, go ahead. Tell me left or right. Steve B again. If we still have Steve B there. Mr. Burgess, if you're there, go ahead and make a selection. I'll give a short 10 seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm going to move to whoever was second on our list. Alright, whoever was second. Let's see. Second on our list was Daniel. Alright, Daniel. Daniel, go ahead and make a selection. Left or right, Daniel? Right, because you're never wrong. But Candace did not hear me say that. Alright, here's a high pack. Guaranteed to get an auto in here. Alright, Dakota Robbins, Carson Jackson, Austin DeCarr, John Little, Logan Mosley, Grant Hockin, BJ White. Here comes your auto. You're going to have an auto of Alex Cease and desist. Michael Geddes, Sam Proctor, and Milton Ramos. Alright, we'll send those cards your way. Nothing huge that I saw, but hey, you never know. You never know. Prospects can turn into big names. Hey, no worries. Hey, David, you are always welcome to just come and hang out. Buy a single spot, buy no spot. You're always welcome here. Whether you get 10 hits, no hits, you're always welcome to be in here. I'll put it like that. Alright, guys. This is going to be a break that needs refreshed. This will be the only break I do all night. There won't be a giveaway. Alright. But it is a fan favorite. Alright, fan favorite coming out of here. Alright, so it's a 3 jersey Raz. Inside of here is not 1, not 2, but 3 jerseys. One of them is guaranteed to come from our list. Sometimes we get 2, sometimes we'll get 3 names, but at least 1 is guaranteed to come from our list. Any name that comes out of here that isn't on our list, we will razz off. So, for example, say we pull out of here a Dick Butkus. Mike's going to be a happy camper. But then say we pull out of here a Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph is not on our list, but Kyle Rudolph would also get razzed off, and all 35 names would have a chance, including the Dick Butkus. Alright, guys. For this, we have box 1 on the table. We also have boxes 2, 3, 4, 5. Every number but 5. Every number but 5. It looks like. Wait. 4, 6. No. We're missing one other number. 4, 6, and every number but 5 and 8. We're missing every number but 5 and 8. Alright, guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Alright, one time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1, the guy that's out there, that's what we're rolling with. Alright, guys. We have June with the Allen Iverson. Rick. So we have a couple Ricks. Rick, we'll call it Rick. We'll call it Rick with the B, and then we'll call the other one Rick with the J. I don't know. We'll call the short Rick and long Rick. We'll call it like that. All right, short Rick going to Brett Hall with Charlie Sheen. Long Rick with Chevy Chase. Short Rick with Dane the Man. Long Gone's got to wear him. Mike has Dick Butkus. George has Ed O'Neill from Polk High. Jeff has Emmett Smith. Rick. Short Rick's got Fernando Tatis Jr. Anthony's got the Big Hurt late night commercial. Jeff's got James Cook. Troy's got Jeremy Roenick. Long Rick's got Jimmy Kelly. Zachary's got Joe the Goat Montana. We've got Daniel with Johnny Croc. Long Rick with Johnny Smoltz. Short Rick with Julius Dr. J. Long Rick with JJ. We've got Zachary with Bird. Jeff has LT. Daniel's got LaShawn McCoy. Jake's got Michael Penix Jr. Anthony's got Coach Ditka. Mike has Peter Rose. Case has Ray Lewis. Jeff has the Red Sox. Long Rick's got Ricky 420. Troy's got Slam and Sammy Sosa. George has the Sandlot cast. Long Rick's got the Diesel. Alyssa's got Sean Kemp. Justin's got Trey Young. Charlene's got Troy Polamalu and Vincent LaRusso. Alright, guys. Good luck here. Let's see what we're pulling. Alright, we've got a little Andrew McCutcheon. Alright, why not? Box 1. This is sealed up all the way around. We're going to give this a cut. By the way, I heard before the series, and you guys might have read it, it was talked about pretty heavily. If the Brewers won that series, baseball might not change as much after the next collective bargaining agreement. But if the Dodgers won, expect huge, huge changes. And it was leaning that way beforehand. The Dodgers winning that series cements that there's going to be some big changes in the next collective bargaining agreement. Like I said, it was leaning that way already. But I heard that that was very much going to help seal the deal. Alright. Our first jersey in here. Not from our list. We have Christian Press. Christian Press, a hockey jersey, or a soccer jersey. So this one's going to be razzed off, and I have a feeling it's going to be the only jersey razzed off, because I got to look at the next name, and it's on our list. Alright, so Christian Press, razzed off, soccer jersey in the house here. JSA on our authentication. Alright, guys. Our first hit from this break is on our list. We have Hall of Fame, Hockey Hall of Famer, Brett Hall. Brett Hall coming out of here. Look at that, Brett Hall. JSA authentication. Alright, so JSA on the authentication, Brett Hall. Alright, so JSA. And that is going to go to Short Rick. So Rick Belker won. We have you getting this JSA authenticated St. Louis Blue, Brett Hall. Alright. Our next hit from this break. We had Short Rick getting a hit. Now we only go to Long Rick. Look at this. Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly coming out of here. Another Hall of Famer. Alright, this has been a great night from that early 90s Buffalo Bills. We had a Marv Levy. We had a Andre Reed, and now we have a Jim Kelly. Buffalo Bills. This is Beckett Authentication. All right, so the Bills Mafia coming up big tonight. All right. It is time to see who's going to get Christian Press. Christian Press coming out of here. All right, this Soccer Glory. See which team she's going ahead to. Did I say? Yeah, Kristen. I'm like, I wanted to see if I could figure out what team that was. They play for so many teams that. Alright. Kristen Press is going to go to one of all 32 teams. 35 players. We'll get this right. My brain is farting. Alright, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Brett Hall, a double hit. Here we go. A rare case of a double hit. It is possible, as stated earlier, every team could possibly get up to 2 hits, and here it is. Brett Hall gonna get the Brett Hall hit and the Kristen Press. All right, so Short Rick, Kristen Press. This is coming your way. A little soccer lore for you. And sports journalist, Kristen Press. All right, Rick. All right, guys. Real quickly, just gonna go see what's out there. Most of the stuff tonight, as you guys are aware, is sold out. We have basketball, full-size basketball, and jersey break. We have the Hornets, we have the Pistons, we have the Heat, we have the Pelicans, and that's all that remains in our basketball. So again, Hornets, Pistons, Heat, and Pelicans. Alright, then we have in the mini helmet 2 jersey break. We have just remaining at this point now, the only spot, the Los Angeles Chargers. Alright, Los Angeles Chargers, last spot remaining in that break. That is going to bring us to the Funko. Alright, it is time for a little Funko love. Alright, everybody out there, you just need to put in the chat one letter from the alphabet. That's all you have to do. We're going to have to figure out what photo and what jersey, but first things first, we have a new case to open up from the Funkos. Alright, brand new case for the Funkos here. So let's figure that out. We have this, we'll give this a cut. Alright, pretty simple how we'll go through this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for us selecting our Funko here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box number 2. Box number 2. Alright, so our Funko from our new case is going to be this guy. With a little help. This guy right here. Alright, so we'll set him up for success. Alright. Jersey, we have box 1 on the table. We have every number but the number 2. So 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 remain for the jersey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 times. All right, jersey 6. All right, jersey number 6. All right, so there's jersey 6. There goes jersey 1. All right, photos. We have 3 left. We have numbers 5, 7, and 9. 5, 7, and 9 remain. 5, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, photo number 5. All right, photo number 5. This guy. Alright, now we gotta figure out what letter everybody's going to have. Alright, if this was the 7th time, letter A would go out to Larry and letter Z would go to George. We're gonna switch things up. Baseball, yeah, okay, Nicholas, I was gonna say, might be that. Alright, 7 times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, Ashley's going to have the letter A, and Chris is going to have the letter Z. All right, we'll copy this, and we're going to take things over to here. All right, guys. Paste it. Now let's hit refresh. All right, Ashley, you have the letters A, B. George has C, D, E, F. Jake has G. Aaron has H. George has I, J, K. Ashley has L. Paul has M. Jake has N. George has O. Daniel has P. Chris has Q. Larry has R and S. George has T, U, V, W, X, Y, and then Chris has the Z. All right. Give everybody about 10 seconds. If anybody's going to propose any trades, anything like that. If not, yeah, you make sure you guys message me off on eBay or through the website for anything like that. All right, no trades. Let's go. No more guesses. Let's start with the photo. All right, for this, let's use legendary good luck charm. Spoonie, Mrs. Spoonie, here we go. Let's go, big hit. Oh yeah, hello. Box 5. Box 5. All right, so we're gonna peel. And all right, here we go. Look at this. Here's a letter you probably did not see coming. We have Ben Zobrist, the letter Z. The letter Z getting a hit here. Ben Zobrist. All right, Beckett authenticated. Chris, there we go. Ben Zobrist on the pull. That is what we're talking about for the letter Z. Beckett on our authentication. Ben Zobrist. All right, Chris. I love Z hit. I love Z hit. Is Z nice? All right, box 6. Here we go, Z. All right, box 6, sealed up all the way. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Oh, look at that. LaDainian Tomlinson. Legendary Charger Hall of Famer right there. The letter T to George. George, big time hit right there. Beckett. LaDainian Tomlinson. LT. right. Tomlinson, Fantasy Football Hall of Famer, no doubt about it in that category. All right, here we go. Funko. This was number 2. This was Funko number 2. Here we go. Big hit. Oh, yeah. All right, there's that seal. All right. This is from What If? Marvel Studios. All right, what if we have Matt Damon. Matt Damon coming out of here. Wow. Matt Damon. There you go. Frost Giant Loki, Matt Damon. There we go. What a hit, George. Matt Damon. Actor Matt Damon right there. Wow. Monster pull right there. Wow. Right? I was thinking that, Steve. Matt Damon, LaDainian Tomlinson, and a nice little Ben Zobrist to cover those G's. Alright. Beckett on the authentication, George. Oh, sorry to hear that, Thomas. I thought it had hurt. Not hurt, had worked. Alright, we have George and Chris. Alright, so we have DTZ. 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 Alright, June had the D. Steve had the T. I think that's the only 2 correct guesses were June and Steve. If I'm missing somebody, let me know. I just see June and Steve here. Alright. I just see June and Steve. Got your box options. It'll be butterfly, flowers, and gold. You're here on that. Alright guys, good luck. Steve and June. 2 times 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, June. June, you're going to get the pickle box of mystery here, June. Congrats. You're going to tell me flowers, gold, or butterfly. Gold it is. Alright, June, that means you passed up on the flowers. Flowers had a hobby pack from 2022 with a guaranteed auto. Alright, we missed out on that. And he passed up on the Butterfly. The Butterfly had a couple packs. A Baseball Topps Heritage 2022 and a Monopoly Prism basketball pack. Alright. That means you are getting the whammy. Alright, June. Your whammy looks delicious. How about a little pair of Swedish fish socks? Alright. We don't know what that flavor is, but it tastes good and it's Swedish. Alright, Swedish fish socks. Alright, these socks coming your way, June. Alright, guys. At this point, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what's on here, just because I'm going to take about 3 minutes to get caught up on orders. At this point, we have the Hornets, the Heat, and the Pelicans. Everything else is sold out. Hornets, Heat, and Pelicans. Everything else on the site completely sold out. Thank you so much. Our break schedule is tonight, Tuesday, and next Friday. Bear with me, because I'm going to take a moment to just update the site. We will go do the single jersey break here in a little while, but I'm going to go and update the site now. So take a moment. If you're drinking a bevy or 3, feel free to go grab one right now. And I'm going to update the orders that have come in since we started tonight. So thank you so much. Short little pause. I wish I could play, like, I gotta find some music that I can play that doesn't have rights. You know, like, you can play in the background. Because I can't play trademarked or music that has rights, because this goes on YouTube and then they'd flag it. And then when they flag it, it takes the sound out and you wouldn't be able to hear me talk. Some of you might prefer that, but alright, Nicholas, you were saying that you had a spot. I got you in here with the Padres coming up later on. And then there's that baseball centennial. So thank you, Nicholas. Mr. Evans, got you in a couple spots with that centennial. Vlad, what up, Vlad? Vlad, I got you in the Blitz. Stacy's got the Marlins. Alright. Let's see what Jake's got. Jake, you're going with the Rays. Tampa Bay Rays. Mr. Evans has the AFC South. I had that. June has the Grizz. Nobody beats the Grizz. Mr. Jones, I got you in the Blitz break. Hey, maybe we can have you go out with a bang at least. We see George got you in the Centennial. Then I got you with the Mets Marlins. You're actually closing the breakdown that we have on screen right now. Alright, Alyssa. What up, Alyssa? Alyssa, I have you with the Spurs. And then I've got you in the Centennial and the Blitz. Steve got the last spot in the Centennial. Thank you. Alyssa has the Saints go marching home. Jake has the Cowboys and the Suns staying close to home on that one. What up, Gatano? Guy has the Nets. And then Jesse, what up, Jesse? Jesse has the Chargers and the Pistons. Alright, guys. I was caught up. And then Dudley, what up, Dudley? Dudley is grabbing the Hornets. What up, Dudster? Alright, so I think that would leave just one spot, maybe? The Heat, wait, are the Heat gone? So we have the Heat and the Pelicans left. That's it. Everything else sold out. Alright, guys, I'm going to refresh what's on your screen. And we're going to do this break. And normally I have you give a team. How about this? Give me four Major League Baseball players. And we know it's going to be this box right here. It is this guy. It's the last one from the case. I'm not sure if it's the last one from this series. I have to look in my inventory. But I know it's the last one from this case. I want everybody to give me four Major League Baseball players. Four Major League Baseball players. See if we can correctly guess out of this box right here. Yeah, we're thinking about both you guys, all you guys, but definitely. Alright, guys, in this break, Jake has the Diamondbacks, George has the Braves, Maris has the O's, Ashley's got the Red Sox, Troy's got the Cubs and the White Sox, Jeff has the Reds and the Guards, Jake with the Rocks, George has the Tigers, Paul has the Astros, Mr. Evans with the Royals, Ashley's got the Angels in the outfield and the Dodgers, George with the Marlins, Dudley's got the Brewers and the Twins, George with the Mets, Ashley has the Yanks, Zachary's got the A's, Daniel's got the Phillies and the Buccos, Aaron's got the Padres, Zachary has his Giants, Aaron with the M's, Michael's got his Cards, Ashley with the Rays, Paul's got the Rangers, Ashley with the Jays, and Maris sitting nicely with the Nets. Alright, guys, I'm calling this here, no more guesses. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Jake, I got you. Renee, I got you. Alright, guys. Let's see if we can pull a big hit from the Whopper. Alright, the Whopper's here. Antonia, Thomas, you're all in there. Let's go. Box one, last one from the case. Secondary seals down there. Let's cut into this, see what we got. Oh, look at this. Look at this monster hit. Look at this monster hit for the Cincinnati Reds. Jeff, boom. Jeff, Hawks is booming on this one. Look at this. Ella Dela Cruz. Ella Dela Cruz. Boom. Boom. Look at that, Jeff. Boom, boom, boom. Ella Dela Cruz. On a huge, huge hit for the Reds. That is a huge hit. Our little De La Cruz. Let me mark that one down. Alright, big hit right there. Did we have any cruise guesses? Alright, June has De La Cruz. I can see it there. Anybody else with Cruz? Alright, I think June is the only one. Alright, June, you're going to get a box of mystery here, and no whammies. No whammies, June. Alright. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright. June, if you find this, you're going to get an autographed 8x10 photo. Alright, June? Autographed 8x10 photo will be coming your way if you find that. No whammies, though. There are no whammies in this for you. Alright, June. We have the police, silver, and we have the butterfly. Going with the butterfly. Alright, June. Passed up on the police. Inside the police was not one but two packs of cards. We have a Topps 2022 and a Chronicles 2023 pack. In the silver box was a box of Trinity with one memorabilia and two steel cards. Alright, so one memorabilia, two steel cards. So we missed out on the mega box. So, guess what? I think you found it. You sure did. No whammies. No whammies. Alright, June. You are going to get an autographed 8x10 photo. You're going to tell me left or right. Left or right, June? Which one would you like? Right, you got it. Yeah, this one coming off. Alright, June, let's see if we can pull you up big time. Alright, here's a name. How about this? How about Matt Harvey? Matt Harvey. New York Met, former All-Star Matt Harvey. Man, did they run him into the ground. The world was his oyster. and they ran him into the ground. He is a huge reason why there's pitch control on pitchers these days. Like, it started before him, but he is a prime example of using pitch limits. But a great pitcher at the start of his career, Matt Harvey. All right, you're welcome. All right, guys. A little football. All right. It is one mini helmet and not one but two jerseys. All right, one mini helmet and two jerseys for this break. We know it's going to be jerseys number 5 and 6. These are the last two. But we don't know if it's going to be one of the bookends, mini helmet 1 or mini helmet number 12. For this, I am going to have you give me... Let's stick with naming players. Give me 4 NFL players on one line. 4 NFL players, one line. If it comes out of any of the 3 boxes we use, you're going to get a box of mystery. No whammies, alright? Alright, while you do that, I'll figure this out. We have box 1 on the table for the mini helmet. We also have box 12. 1 and 12 are the possibilities here. One time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1, sticking with what's fun. Alright, we're sticking with what's out there, guys. We have Chris with the Cardinals, Aaron with the Falcons, Candace has the Baltimore Ravens. Here comes John with the Buffalo Bills, Candace with the Carolina Panthers, Troy's got the Bears, David's got the Bungles, Chris has the Brownies. Here comes Jake with the Boys, Jeff has the Broncos, Paul's got the Lions, Larry's got the Pack Attack, Ashley's got the Texans, Jeff with the Colts, Chris has the Jags and Chiefs, Ace with the Raiders, Jesse with the Chargers, Daniel with the Rams, Scott's got the Dolphins. Here comes Aaron with the Vikes, Chris has the Pats, Alyssa with the Saints, William has the Giants and Jets, Daniel with the Fly Eagle Fly, Chris has the Steelers, Mike with the Niners, Stacy with the Seahawks, Case with the Bucks, Chris with the Titans, and Mike sitting on the commode. Alright, no more guesses here, guys. No more guesses. Good luck, everybody. Alright. Let's get a legend. Alright. We have Sonic here. Sonic's going to give a little tap. Box 5, 1, and 6. Alright, here we go. Box 5. You can see the glory on the back. Signed football jersey. Sealed up. This is a... Oh, we're going to have to... Look, feels like this is one of those ones we got to rip apart. Alright, rip it. Quite literally rip it, then ship it. Alright, here we go. Oh, monster hit. Insane hit. Look at this. From the Rams. Hall of Famer to be. Legendary. Pitt Panther. Penn Hills. Went to Penn Hills out here in Pittsburgh. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald on a Beckett authenticated hit. Daniel. What a monster hit, Daniel. Aaron Donald on a Rams hit. AD. RSA coming up big. Los Angeles Rams. All right. Becca again on the authentication. Nice looking jersey too. Alright, box 6. Alright. nice with that. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Box 6 sealed up. Again, one of those. Literally rip it and ship it. Let's see why they don't always use that. Alright, number 7. Oh, the late great Ohio State Buckeye, Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, R.I.P. This is going to be a Washington Commander hit. Washington Commander. Mike, this is good. Mike is an Ohio guy. Nice hit for an Ohio guy there, Mike. Dwayne Haskins. Alright, Ohio State Buckeye. Yeah, very sad story. He had definitely built himself to at least having a good backup career in the NFL. He definitely was someone that was working well under Mike Tomlin. You know, there was a rapport there that was definitely a fit. Not sure if he was a long-time starter in the league, but there was something there. Alright, guys. Sad that we never got to find out, though. Box 1. There was going to be opportunity, as we all know, in that Steeler quarterback room. Alright, here we go. Box 1. Ho ho ho! Ho ho! What a hit from the Atlanta Falcons. We have running back Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson. Big hit, Aaron. There you go, Aaron. Welcome back to the big show. Getting a little Bijan. Bijan Robinson. Beckett authenticated. That's a huge, huge pull for you there, Aaron. Big Falcon fan picking a big Falcon hit. Hey, you're welcome, Mike. What a dudster. Alright. Oh, well, David got the right guess. Congrats, David. Putting your name on this. Anybody else with Bijan? Alright, we have Bijan. How about Donald? June. I'm going to think that was Aaron Donald for Donald's. Does that sound right? June? Dudley, you had a correct guess? Penix. Okay, B. Robinson. Yep. Alright, Dudley. Gotcha. And then... Yes, okay, that's what I thought, June. Alright. I am going to put 3 boxes out there. All 3 are hits, guys. All 3 are going to be hits. You guys are going to get to pick 3 boxes. And I will do this, let's see. Alright. Why not? Why not? 2 people will get an auto, and someone's going to get something with insane potential. Alright, I'm just going to put it like that. 2 people will get an auto. 1 person is going to get something with insane potential. Alright, the 3 of you can start picking. Whoever picks first gets it. Alright, June, Dudley, and David. June, Dudley, David. David, you're killing me, Holmes. You got it. Alright. Trash to Dudley. That means June, you are going to get the police. June's going to get the police. Alright, we'll just start this way and build up down. Alright. Trash. Went to Dudley. Dudley, how about this? How about a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto? Alright, Dudley. Let's do it. Dudley, guaranteed auto coming your way. Let's see what you got. Alright, how about an Anthony Brown Jr., Derek Stingley, Pierre Strong. Alright, not a bad running back. The auto was early in the pack there. So that's your auto, Pierre Strong, running back. Christian Harris, Calvin Turner, Johan Dotson, and a nice looking peak performers of Jeremy Ruckert. Alright. Those cards coming your way, Dudster. Alright, David. You went silver. Silver also has a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. Alright. David, let's see what's coming out of your hobby pack here. Let's see if we can get you a nice auto. Mackenzie Milton. Christian Harris. Tyler Algier. There's your auto. We'll skip it. Johan Dotson. Garrett Wilson, rookie. Nice. And a Breece Hall, rookie. Your auto is Kingsley Jonathan. Kingsley Jonathan on your auto. That's a great name. I love the name Kingsley. Alright. A couple of rookies. Really good Jets rookie cards right there. Alright, June. Let's go. Alright, June. Let's see what the cops bring. June, you are going to get a 2024 Prism Jumbo Pack. Alright, let's see if we can pull a monster. Prism Jumbo 2024 for you, June. Alright. Tua Tagovailoa. Evan Ingram. Ivan Page Jr., A.J. Brown, Johan Dotson, Jamal Anderson, Dirty Bird, D.D. Don't Call Me C.D. Lamb. Alright, there's a Cade Stover, silver rookie. Prism, yep. Drake London, green prism. And Alvin Kamara, red, white, and blue prism. A Tyler Alob, rookie prism. Ed McCaffrey, rookie prism. How about a Rome Odunze rookie right there? That's a nice pull right there. Look at that. Look at that Jaden Daniels you just pulled. That is a Fireworks prism Jaden Daniels rookie. And Hakeem Bell. But that's your gold card right there. That is a fire card. Jaden Daniels Fireworks prism rookie. Boom! Fireworks Prism rookie again. Looking at that again. Alright, that's what it's all about. Congrats, June. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, let's do the Centennial. Let's see. If you don't see your name, don't worry. I'll be refreshing this here shortly. Time for the Centennial. Alright. One photo, one jersey, and one slab Centennial. Alright, guys. For this, all you have to do is give me one letter from the alphabet. One letter from the alphabet. Let's figure out the jersey. We have number 1 on the table. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No 10. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. For the jersey, 1 is the place order. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box. Black bag, jersey number 8. Alright, number 8. Let's grab that. There's the sticker came off, and it's going to look shady that it came off. So I'm just going to bring them all out to show you. Because I don't know what the sticker is. But this is the one that was on the bottom for 8. There is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there actually should have, that could have technically been 8 or 9. I apologize. There isn't a sticker there. It's going to be that one. I'm just going to cross both those numbers out to be safe moving forward on my cheat sheet. Not that it matters a whole lot because it's all random anyway, but just very much try to be as transparent as I possibly can for you guys. So this is our jersey. Time for our photo. Looks like we have 2 through 8 here. 2 through 8 on this. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, this is going to be photo number 4. Photo number 4. Alright. Photo 4. Alright, now for our slab. We have box number 2. Box number 2. Let me grab the others to see what we have as potential. We have 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 2, the one that's out there. Alright. That is what we're rolling with in this break. Now we gotta see what letter everybody's going to be assigned. Alright. I am going to show you this here. This was a 7 times. Zach would have the letter A and Steve would have the letter Z. I'm going to take all 26 letters. They're right here. All 26. So no one thinks that they're forgotten. Some of these are the ones you couldn't see on the screen since it had been refreshed since the start of the break night. But thank you guys. Hit this 7 times and this will be the lineup. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more makes it 7. Alright, Maris is going to have the letter A, and June is going to have the letter Z. Right, and then I'll copy this. You can see that real quick. And now I'm going to go on, paste it, and then we're going to hit refresh. Alright, in the break. Yeah, Nicholas, you're good. There were letters that weren't showing up. I just had to hit refresh. If I hit refresh too early, it doesn't always load correctly when I hit refresh later. So just to be safe, I wait. But you were there, and you have the letter O. So Maris has A, Steve has B, Daniel has C, Matthew has D, Zachary's in the house here with the letter E, Ashley F, Larry has G, Steve has H, Michael has I, Ashley with J, Steve has K, Paul has L, Ashley's got M, Alyssa has R, or has N, Nicholas has O, Daniel has P, George has Q, we have, let's see, Daniel has P, George has Q, Michael has R, Jake has S, Aaron has T, Larry has U, Juan has V, George has W, Ashley has X, June has Y, and Z. Alright, no more guesses. Let's get into this, guys. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Alright. Let's bring out a little good luck here. Good luck, stress baseball. Alright, this is number 4. Number 4 right here. Photo number 4. It's going to be rip across. Let's go. Alright. Here we go. The letter G. Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey on the hit right there. Alright. Dodger fame. Steve Garvey. Larry, congratulations, Larry. Nice looking photo of Steve Garvey. Beckett authenticated. Everybody's favorite Dodger first baseman, Steve Garvey. Alright. Here comes the jersey, sealed up. This is going to be a rip across. Alright, there we go. Seeing some dark blue, it looks like. Alright, here we go. One of the best defensive all-time center fielders, Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones on a Braves jersey. That's the letter J. That's going to go out to Ashley. Ashley, congratulations. That's Beckett authenticated. Andrew Jones. Alright, Ashley. I'll take the Steve Harvey bat. Does it have a big mustache on it? I'm down. I know, Jeff. Alright, here we go. Box two, box two. Sealed up all the way around. Do a little baseball tap. Let's see if we can pull a monster. Big name rookie or big name auto. Here we go. Congratulations, Topps Heritage. This is cool. Out of 10. This is Tier 1. Luis Robert, autograph rookie, Tier 1, I believe. Yep, or it might not be a rookie, but it's a 2021 Tier 1 baseball, 2021 Tier 1 Luis Robert, number 2 of 10. Number 2 of 10 autograph right there. Luis Robert, Tier 1. That's a beautiful card. And that is going to go out to Mr. Evans, Mike. Congratulations, Mike. Alright. Mike, big hit. Here we go. Big hit for Mr. Evans. Alright, so we are looking at G, J, and R. G, J, and R. Nate had the letter R. Steve had the letter G. Jones has the letter R. Jeff has the letter R. I think that's everybody. Alright, if I missed anybody, let me know. I have Nate, Steve, Jones, and Jeff. Alright, guys, congrats. I'll put all 4 of your names in there for a chance here at a box of mystery. Alright. We have trash, silver, and gold. Trash, silver, and gold. 7 times. 2, 3, 4, and 7 times. Alright, Steve! Steve, you get to pick here. there's going to be 3 options. Which break did we just do? This one. You have silver on the left, gold on the right, and trash down the middle. Which box would you like to go with? Silver, gold, or trash? It's begging to be picked, but will it be picked? So trash, alright. That means you passed up on the gold. And inside the gold was a mega box. A Trinity mega box with at least 2 steel cards and 1 memorabilia card. So unfortunately, I passed up on that one. Then you passed up on the silver. Inside of silver was the whammy. Alright, inside of the whammy was your very own Mega Gross Minis. Mega Gross Minis, so no chance of some Butella coming your way. Alright, then, coming out of trash is not 1, but 2 packs of cards. Alright, we have a Gravity Topps Baseball 2022 and then a Mega Box Bowman 2021. 5 chrome cards coming out of there. Let's see what you got. Start out with your 2022. Mr. Ohtani on the front. The GOAT. Alright, Kyle Lewis. Kyle Freeland. Jorge Alfaro. A Aroldis Chapman. And Christian Pache. Alright. Nothing huge, unfortunately. Former Rookie of the Year in there, but let's see if we can pull you out a nice card out of this Chrome pack. Alright. How about a George Kirby? There we go. George Kirby, that's a nice looking card. Very young George Kirby, which is rookie. Before he pitched 9 minor league games in 2019. So, nice George Kirby rookie. How about a Christian Robinson? Look at this, Emerson Hancock. Little Emerson Hancock. A Antonio Gomez first. And a Garrett Mitchell. So you're seeing some playoff lore, but this George Kirby is your go-to right there. Got a few Mariners on this. A Mitchell and Robinson. Not bad. I like the George Kirby, though. Hey, you're always welcome. You are always welcome. Alright, guys. Let me look at something real quick. Alright, on this site, not a whole lot left, obviously. We do have a couple spots. The Heat and the Pelicans are available. Heat and Pelicans still out there. Zion is a possibility, I'm just saying. Pelicans, Zion, possibility. $12. You know, just saying. I don't know why my... Well, on my end, it's not a possibility because my computer's kind of frozen. So I hope this is streaming right, because it's not loading right. I hope you guys can hear me. It looks like you can hear me. It just, is my site not loading right? Alright, I just went back in and now it's loading. Alright. See, now it works. Pelicans and Heat. Alright, that's all that remains. I think we should go and do our monster potential break here. Let's go do the Immortal. Alright, guys. Good luck, everybody. No, Kendall's already on top of things. Alright, for this, you're just going to give me one NFL team. Kendall, you lined it up just right. One NFL team. If you guess correctly the team that comes out, the helmet or the jersey, you're going to get a chance here at a box of mystery. Alright, we have box number 3 on the table. We also have box 40 as a possibility here. 3 is on the table, 40 is in the corner of the den. 3 and 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3, the one is out there. Alright, jersey-wise, I have number 1 as a placeholder right here, box 1. We also have numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Just making sure I didn't miss crossing this one out earlier. 5. I did not cross number 5 out. So, give me a second. That one crossed out. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. Oh, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. 7, I think it's 9, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. Alright, box number 4, and we're doing this break. Alright, number 4. One out is box 1. Alright. Give me a second here. I'll fix that. Alright, Alright. Last call on those guesses. Ashley's got the Cards. Michael with the Falcons. George has the Ravens. Excuse me. Mike has the Bills. Ashley with the Panthers. Paul has the Bears. George with the Bungles. Mike has the Brownies. George with the Boys. Jeff has the Broncos. June with the Lions. Chad's got the Pack Attack. Steve with the Texans. Jeff with the Colts. Matt's got the Jags. Here comes Daniel with the Chiefs. Case with the Raiders. Christian with the Chargers. Jake has the Rams. Steve with the Dolphins. Stacy's got the Vikes. Dave with the Pats. Jake with the Saints. Mike has the Giants. Matt has the Giants. Mike has the Jets. Daniel's going Fly Eagle Fly. Michael's got them Steelers. Steve has the Niners and the Seahawks. Case with the Bucks. Chris with the Titans, and Ashley sitting on the commode. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Alright, we're going to start out here. Jersey number 4. Jersey number 4. Alright. Life is like a box of mystery. You never know what you're going to get. Alright, jersey number 4. We're going to cut across here, see what we got. Oh, we saw this name. It is a Bills night. It is a Buffalo Bills kind of night. Hall of Famer Andre Reed. Andre Reed. Alright, there we go. Bills Mafia having a night. Alright, Andre Reed. Beckett on the authentication. Mike, this will be coming up your way. Alright, Bills Nation. Beckett, Andre Reed. Hall of Famer. Alright, box number 3. Box number 3. Let's see what we got. Let's see if Thurman Thomas can come out of here. I'm just joking, but it is like the only Bill from that era I feel like we haven't gotten. Still time, still time. We got the Blitz later. Alright should have cut that as opposed to pull it out, but there it is, box 3. Alright, you can see this is still sealed up all the way around. Immortal time, let's go. Here we go, guys, big hit. Ho ho ho! We have a future Hall of Famer, and will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. Even if he wanted to get traded. Oh, look at this. Look at this Cleveland Brown helmet. Look at this Cleveland Browns helmet. We have Myles Garrett. That is a beaut. That is a beaut. Myles Garrett on the hit right there. The dog pound love. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, Mike. What a hit, Mike. Myles Garrett. That is Beckett on the authentication. Authentic with the love. Look at that flash. Look at that. Mike, what a hit. Alright, Immortals are coming up big. Immortals are coming up really big. Look at that. Just leave that out there for a little bit. Why not? That is beaut. Those flex helmets are sick, aren't they? Mike, that's awesome. Congrats. Alright, guys. We have Browns and Bills on our guesses. Browns and Bills for the guesses. Jeff. I think, Jeff, you're the only correct guess. You're the only guess I see here with the Bills or the Browns. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But I think Jeff is the only correct one. Alright, I'm going to tell you right now, one of these prizes, Jeff, is going to be lit. I'm telling you already right now, one of the prizes is lit. Alright, there is one box. I'm taking this off, sorry. Trying to gently maneuver it. There is your second and your third. Golden egg, golden box, and silver box, Jeff. That's for saying often. And don't forget, we still have our blitz to go, our basketball. We have 3 breaks remaining in our baseball break. Alright, Jeff, go ahead and make your selection. Golden box, you got it. Alright, passed up on silver. Silver had a pack of Chronicles in it. So a pack of Chronicles, Jeff. And then the golden egg had not one, but 2 packs. An Absolute pack and a Prism Draft Picks 2019 pack. Alright, Jeff. The Whammy King is back. Alright, Jeff. Let's check out what is coming out of here that is so lit. Look at this, Jeff. You just got your very own pair of glasses just in time for Halloween. Yes, these bad boys light up. Look at that. Can you see the lights? Can you see it? Look at that. We are set. We are set, Jeff. Look at that. You'll be walking around in style this year. You are going to be looking fabulous. Alright, Jeff. Yes, good point. My daughter actually picked those out, so that is perfect. Alright. I want to say thank you to Jeff and thank you to Case for closing this down. And Case, because you were the very last person to buy a spot in the entire evening, I am going to give you a very small but a little compensation. Case, I'm going to give you a pack of Donruss Basketball 25-26 here, Case. Just a little thanks for closing the action down tonight with that Heat purchase. Case, I'm putting your name on this. In case, we're going to open this bad boy up for you. Mr. Towsley, this is your pack. You have a Franz Wagner coming your way. A little Marvin Bagley III. A parallel Kobe White. He's finally found his own zone on an artist proof. Keontae George, second year. And a KCP. A little KCP love. 3D if I've ever seen it from KCP. Alright. Okay, it's just a little love I thought I'd share and throw your way. Alright, guys. It is time for a little basketball. Let me hit refresh on this. Alright. It is going to be one basketball and one jersey. Everybody out there, give me two NBA teams. If the team you give me comes out of the ball or the jersey, you are going to get a chance here at a box of mystery. Alright, guys. First things first, brand new case for the jerseys. Brand new case. These are the extravaganza variety. this. This will be box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1, the one on the very top. Alright. Box 1, maybe. It's this guy. Alright. Then for the basketball, we have 1 on the table, then we have 2 and 4 in the corner of the den. So 1, 2, and 4 are the possibilities for the ball itself. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 1, the one that's out there sticking with what's good. Alright, last call on those guesses, guys. We have David with the Hawks, George with the Celtics. We've got Tana, what up, guy? You've got the Nets. Dudley's in the house with the Hornets. Adam with the Bulls. Ashley's got the Cavs. Steve with the Mavs. Jeff has the Nugs. Jesse with the Pistons. George with the Warriors. Daniel's got the Rockets. Adam with the Pacers. Jones has the Clip Show. George has the Lake Show. June with the Grizz. Case has the Heat. Paul's got the Bucks. Matt has the T-Wolves. Jeff has the Pels. Chad with the Knicks. Chad C with the Knicks. Chad E with the Thunder from Down Under. Jake has the Magic. Paul with the Sixers. Jake has the Suns. Steve has the Blazers. Anthony's got the Kings. Alyssa's got the Spurs. Ashley's got the Rap Show. Chad's got the Jazz. And Steve is taking down the Wiz. Alright, guys. No more guesses. We're going to go right into this. See what we got. Steve, you're good. Alright, guys. Got a little tennis ball here. It's after midnight on the East Coast. You know why I like tennis so much? My balls are felt. Alright, guys. Let's do this. Let's get a little love here. Let's get a basketball on wheels. A basketball on wheels. Alright, give this a tap. This was box number 1. Box number 1. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sealed up all the way around. Give it a cut. See that little area? Yep. Slice and dice. Alright, we have from the... Well, I know the team, but I was checking out the jersey there. Alright. We have from the Houston Rockets, we have Steve Francis. Steve Francis here on a Houston Rockets jersey. Alright, so that is a Steve Francis, and that's going to go out to Daniel. Daniel, that is TriStar on your authentication on a Stevie Franchise jersey. Alright, Stevie Franchise. Yep, Steve's, as you always say, good minds are thinking alike there. Alright. Box one. Bringing the fun. Alright, guys, good luck here. Box number 1. Sealed up all the way around. Back, front, top, bottom, side, awkwardness. Let's go. We have a fully inflated basketball here. Fully inflated. Let's see who we got. This is a trash. This is a trash bag. Hopefully the autograph is not trash because they put it in a trash bag, and I've never seen that before. And I don't see the name anywhere either. This is a first. Gold Rush, what are you doing to me? The signature looks familiar. Alright, the signature looks familiar. But there's no... Gold Rush always puts the name somewhere. It's on here. Alright, here we go. From the Los Angeles Lakers. This trash bag, I thought for a second it might be like Jose Altuve because of the trash bag, but nope. It's a Los Angeles Laker. We have Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves coming out of here. Alright, so we have Austin Reeves for the Lake Show. Alright, George, congratulations. Yeah, he is a good player. A steal, an absolute steal from the draft, too. Was he... If he was a lottery pick, he was at the very end of the lottery. I want to say he was right after the lottery, but around there. Alright, so for guesses, Rockets and Lakers. Alright, Steve B has the Lake Show. You're going to have a chance. Rockets and Lakers. Rockets and Lakers. Jake, you had the Rockets. June had the Lake Show. Thomas had the Lake Show. Kendall had the Rockets. Dad and Will, what up, David? You had the Lake Show. Alright, I think I have everybody here. Alright, I have Steve, Jake, June, Thomas, Kendall, and David/Will. Was undrafted. Okay, see, look at me. Look at me. I'm not as smart as I thought I was, but I'm dumber than I know. Alright. Dalton Connect. How many times are they going to try to trade him? Eventually they will. Alright, I'm going to put your boxes of mystery together, friends. Yeah. All right. Where is... All right. 2 hits, 1 whammy are the possibilities here. I like that comment. Those white guys look like. Alright, guys. Top name, picking a box of mystery. Yeah, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Steve, look at you. Steve has been the king on the luck of the rando draw tonight. Alright, Mr. Burgess. Which box would you like to roll with in this break? And we did basketball. The golden egg, the flowers, or the shark? Mr. Burgess. Hopefully Steve's still out there. He missed it. Alright, you got it. Steve, that means you passed up on the shark. Inside the shark was a pack of Mosaic basketball. Alright, so Mosaic basketball, adios. Alright, then you passed up on the flowers. Inside the flowers was not 1, not 2, but 3 packs of basketball cards. Alright, so I put 3 packs in there. Alright, Steve. Hopefully you like whammies, because whammy! Steve, We are rolling with a 5 surprise Mega Gross Mini. Do you want me to open this up, see what we got coming out of here, Steve, or do you want me to send this to you sealed up? It is your call. Open it or send sealed. Open it. You alright? You got it? Let's go. Let's give it a little cut this way. Somehow, these things are made for kids, not people with gloves, though. Alright. Well, I got halfway through it. And then they put more. Even when you're halfway through it, you're not even really through it. Because now I gotta go the other way. Alright. We're only like a quarter of the way. Alright. There is a ball of goodness. Alright, you got an Lou surprise. It must be like poop. Alright, inside of here is toilet slime. That's what you got. You got Lou surprise. You've got some toilet slime, so I'll send you some toilet slime in the mail. I don't know. That's what it says, toilet slime. I guess you can make it look like there's poo on the flue. Alright, that's a bonus surprise, it says. Alright, here we go. Here's your Mega Gross bag of minis, and there is something that looks special. Alright, let's see what's inside of these. Alright. This is a magnifying glass. Well, that does not look that special. Alright, magnifying glass. Maybe this is all ties together. I have no idea. This is Lister-Rotten. Not Listerine, but you've got some Lister-Rotten. Alright, so Lister-Rotten. Alright, that bad boy's coming your way. Sorry, my camera's not made for like a... It's made for this distance, not there. I don't have that kind of camera. Ooh, look at this. These fortune cookies have had some unfortunate fortunes. There's a dirty, rotten sock, some bugs on your fortune cookies. Alright, so there we go. That's a gross, nasty, nice surprise. This bag looks special. I have no idea what's coming, but we're going with it. Ooh, look at this. You got it. You got it right there. Little buttula. Alright, little, instead of Nutella, you got buttula. There's like some toilet paper. Ooh, and the fly. Oh, yeah. Alright, your gross minis. There we go. Here's a checklist of all the good stuff that you can possibly not get or possibly always get. These are all your little shopping bag, your magnifying glass, your slime. It's all coming your way. Alright, Steve. Alright guys, 2 more breaks left. We will do our... We are going to do our baseball bat. We know that it's going to be this bat and these 2 balls. These 2 juice boxes, 1 and 7, and bat 1 for the bat. Alright guys, hey, you're welcome, Steve. Let me hit refresh so we can get everybody in there. Thomas, the worst part is I have to pay for that stuff. Alright guys. This is very simple. You're going to either tell me juiced or not juiced. That's all you have to tell me, juiced or not juiced. If it's juiced, that means it is one of the 31 players that did not play professional baseball. Alright, 31 players that did not play professional baseball. 31 names. It could be a celebrity, it could be a, Tom Brady, something like that. If you say not juiced, it means that both balls were players that actually played Major League Baseball. It could be, by the definition of the product, it could be like a Ted Williams, a Joe DiMaggio, things like that. But by the definition of how we do the giveaway, that would be a not juiced. Alright guys, these are the ones that are going to be used. The bat number 1, ball 1, and ball number 7. Alright. We have Jeff. What up? I don't know why I have you as Jeffrey, but we have Jeff with the Diamondbacks, George with the Braves, Ashley with the O's, Thomas with the Red Sox, Troy's got the Cubbies, Ashley with the White Sox, Jeff has the Reds, Ashley with the Guards, Juan's got the Rocks, David's got the Tigers, Mike has the Astros, Michael's got the Royals, Ashley's got the Angels in the outfield, Daniel with the Dodgers, we've got Stacy with the Marlins, Jones with the Brewers, Maris with the Twins, and Cholette's got the Mets, Case with the Yanks, Rick's got the A's, Steve with the Phillies, Mike has the Pirates, Nicholas with the Padres, Zachary's got the Giants, Aaron with the M's, Ace with the Cards, Jake with the Rays, Steve has the Rangers, Ashley with the Jays, and Dudley with the Nets. Sadly, I don't know if it's that sad though. Alright guys, I'm going to call no more guesses. Let's just get right into this. Good luck everybody. Let's use Mr. Evans. Why not? Our illustrious baseball actor. Box one / trainer / baseball fan. Let's go. Box number 1. Alright, we see a seal right there. We're going to cut into it, see who we have in here. Oh, insane hit right here, guys. It is not juiced by definition, but it's a monster. Oh my god, on a World Series baseball, this is insane. Alright, I'm going to tell you it's insane. JSA authenticated. Rawlings Major League Baseball. 1998 World Series baseball. How about the man himself, Mariano Rivera? Look at that. Mariano Rivera on a 1998 World Series baseball case. That is an insane hit for you right there, my friend. What a hit, Case. Already had a great hit earlier with the Titans hit on the helmet, but look at that, Mariano Rivera. That is a monster pull. Wow. I love that baseball. Absolutely love it. Alright, Case. Alright, here we go. Box 7. Will it be juiced or not juiced? There's our seal. Well, let's see. We have not juiced, guys. Not juiced. And no team. So we have a former New York Yankee, Rawlings. Beckett authenticated Major League Baseball from the Detroit Tigers. There you go, David. How about a little Gleyber Torres coming your way. That's a nice pull right there. Gleyber Torres for the Tigers. Right, Gleyber Torres, former Yankee. Yeah, that Muhammad Ali we pulled from the previous series was insane. Alright. David, let me mark that down. Gleyber. guys. Box one, let's go. Alright, this is the side they want us opening up on, but it's also the barrel. Alright, so we're going to be opening up from the barrel, it appears like. We have from the Chicago White Sox, Hall of Fame of the late night commercial, Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. There we go, Frank Thomas for the White Sox. All right, Ashley, there we go, nice hit. Frank Thomas. And that Frank Thomas is Beckett on your authentication for your Big Hurt. Excuse me. All right, Ashley. That Rivera. Whew! We've got some monster hits tonight, guys. We have one more break, by the way. Still one more break. Wait, let me put that break on the table so we don't jump out of here. I'm hoping for like a pair of shoes. That's what I want, and that's a pair of shoes. Love the Big Hurt, nice. Yeah, I think you might be right, Steve. That might actually be right. Maybe it's because White Sox you think of black and white. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Alright. Not juiced. I'm going to go through and grab all the not juiced. Alright. We have Steve, Mike / Charlene, Candace, Mike W, Jeff, Kendall, Angela, Mike, Thomas, and Shauna. Shauna making a late night appearance into the break room. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Shauna. Just battling a stomach bug. I don't know if it's the flu or I don't know. It's definitely stomach related. I'm probably just. It could very well be stress related, just from my week of quite literally just so much going on that I was full responsibility of. But that's in the past, so I am so relieved right now. But my stomach probably was in a knot over it. All right, one more time. Top name picks a box of mystery. All right, Mike / Charlene. Mike / Charlene. Sorry, I didn't put the box together. Let me go do that real quick, Charlene. All right, so Mike / Charlene. All right. Have these options recently. Let's try it again. Silver, gold, and trash. Alright, Charlene / Mike, go ahead and make your selection. You got it. Alright. Gold had a micro. So world's smallest toy in there. So you missed out on that, and they had the world's smallest comic book. Alright, then you passed up on the trash. Inside the trash was not one, but 2 packs. A Chronicles pack and a Hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. Alright, that means you're going to get this. And inside of here is that mega box we've been hunting down tonight. So there are going to be 2 steel cards in here and 1 memorabilia. All right, so Charlene, let's see what's coming out of here for you. Let's go. Let's open up this box. From Leaf. Alright, 10 cards. Alright, so this is all of it right there. Put your sticker on that. Alright, Charlene. How about a Malcolm Moore steel card right there? Malcolm Moore steel card. Hurston Waldrep steel card. Are these numbered? This one is 5 of 5. This is number 5 of 5. That is a heck of a short print. 5 of 5 on this one, on your Malcolm Moore steel card. This one, before we look at your patch, is out of 56 of 99 on your Hurston Waldrep. Your memorabilia card, this is really cool. Ben Hess, and there's a nice little stripe on that patch, on the Ben Hess rookie. Congratulations, Ben Hess. And this is player worn memorabilia. It says player worn memorabilia. Here's a Malcolm Moore, Dylan Cruz rookie. There you go, Dylan Cruz. AJ Smith-Shawver, who came up this year. Tommy White. Moises Ballesteros. Tommy Sagis. He had a nice little run at the end of the season. And Chandler Simpson, really nice prospect himself. Some really good names. And then a really, really nice short print, 5 of 5. Those are pretty cool. Alright, guys. One more break tonight. One more break. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, breaking with me. I hope you guys have had some fun. The 3 names you don't see on this, they're in here. Vlad, David, and Alyssa. I've got you. Vlad, David, and Alyssa. When I do the randomizing, your names will show up here. So stick around. I am going to go in right now. This will be the order because we know what box. It's going to be the box out there. These are the names. Jeff would have the Cardinals if this was a 7th time, and Alyssa would have the Commanders, but we're going to hit random. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Here we go. All right, Charlene's going to have the Arizona Cardinals, and Vlad is going to have the Commanders. I'm going to copy these. You can see this order right here. I'm going to copy that into, and you'll see that momentarily. Give me a second. We'll hit refresh. Alright, guys. In this break, we have Charlene with the Cardinals, Chris with the Falcons, Ashley's got the Ravens, Mike has the Bills, Michael has the Panthers, Maris with the Bears, Jeff has the Bungles, Ashley with the Browns and the Boys, Chris with the Broncos, Charlene's got the Lions, Chris has the Packers, Jeff has the Texans, Jake with the Colts, Alyssa's got the Jaguars, Jeff H with the Chiefs, Aaron's got the Raiders, Daniel's got the Chargers, Mike has the Rams, Chris has the Dolphins, Michael's got the Vikings, Mike has the Pats, June has the Saints, Jeff has the Giants, Juan's got the Jets, Ashley's got the Eagles, Jeff has the Steelers and the Niners, Aaron's got the Seahawks, David's got the Bucks, Jake with the Titans, and Vlad's on the commode. Alright, Michael, I have a feeling that Jeff might be willing to trade you the Steelers or 49ers for the Vikings, but I'll give you guys about 15 seconds to see if anybody wants to make a trade, and if so, let me know. For this, I'm going to have everybody out there. You're going to give me, in the chat, I forgot to do this, one NFL team. If the team you give me comes up for a hit here, anybody gets them, yep, Dudley, I'm on that right now. If anybody gets it correctly, I will give 2 people a box of mystery, alright? So 2 people. All right, I have Cincy for Colts. Is that official? It looks like it is. I'm confirming. Jake, are you just confirming that? I'm just let me know if that's a confirmation. I'm just think it is, but I'm want to double check. All right. Yes, I'm in. All right. I will mark this as a swap. Jeff now will have the Colts. Jake will have the Bungles. Any other trades before I try to refresh it? Buccaneers up for trade. Jeff. Ocho Cinco's going to go to Jake now. Alright. Doesn't appear any other trades, so I'm going to try to refresh to see if it'll actually work. Alright. There we go. Alright, guys. Did I read the names? I feel like I read the names off already. I did. Yeah, I did. Chargers for Bucks. Would you like to charge David? Yeah, Chargers for Bucks. Alright, well, we'll see if it actually refreshes again. Alright, David's got the Chargers. Daniel's now got the Bucks. Alright. Let's see if this refreshes. Alright, look at that. Wait, that didn't refresh. It looked like it did, though. Oh, it reverted to the old one. Are you kidding me? What a bunch of horse hockey. Alright, we got an idea here. This isn't going to be the right title, but at least it'll have the right names. So, this is the correct list. Alright, no more guesses. This is the correct list at least. Don't worry about what the title is, but I can put it on this screen and you'll have the right list at least. Alright guys, here we go. Let's open this bad boy up, see what we got. Alright. My daughter gave me this when she was little. My dad rocks, and it's a rock. Alright guys, good luck on all those guesses. Good luck on all the purchases. Here we go. Sealed up. No shoe in here. No shoe in here. I was hoping for a shoe. We might have two photos, actually. Alright. We have from the Jets. This is the Jets version. Now, the football has been just deflated, so it fits in the box. They actually explained that to me. This is Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams on a Beckett autograph football. Alright, so this is Devontae Adams autograph football. Alright, so Devontae Adams on a Jets hit. Alright, so we have Jets. That is one. Alright, one. Let's mark that down. Devontae Adams. Yeah, Thomas. Alright, here comes the jersey. We have from the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints wide receiver. Very good wide receiver, especially when healthy. Beckett authenticated. Chris Olave. Chris Olave. Beckett authenticated. All right, former Ohio State Buckeye from the most insane wide receiver core in the history of the football, the 2021 Ohio State Buckeye. If you ever have a chance, look up the 2021 Ohio State Buckeye wide receiver core. Most insane core in the history of sports. All right, June. All right. Then we have this. All right. Let's find out what is inside of here. It's a slab of something. All right. We have something slabbed. I don't know what. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have an autograph check by Hank Strom. Hank Strom, autograph check right here. Signed check for Macy's. This is an autograph, a real check made out to Macy's in 1978 by Hank Strom. 1978, Hank Strom autograph check. Wow. Did he ever play? I don't think he played. That's what I'm just checking on to make sure if he ever played. Hank Stram. I don't know. I don't know why I said. Alright. Did he play? No, he did not play in the NFL. That's what I wanted to make sure. Alright. This is going to be a hit for Dallas Texans. Okay, so it's Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I thought. I knew he went to the Saints, but I thought he was there a little bit longer. Alright, so Chiefs hit here. And this is going out to Jeff. Jeff with the Chiefs. Jeff H with the Chiefs. What a hit, Jeff. What an insane hit here, Hank Stram. That is so cool. That is so cool. Easily the first Hank Stram that we've ever pulled. Alright. That's really, really cool. Beckett grading. And by the way, it's a Beckett 10 grade, for what it's worth. Alright. Time for our photo. Alright, here we go. Sealed up all the way around. Last one. Last item of the night. Got a correct guess. Stick around because we're going to give some giveaways. Oh my god, I called it. There it is. Thurman frickin' Thomas, guys. This was the most insane. I actually said, where's our Thurman? I literally said that earlier. Where's our Thurman Thomas? Oh my god. What a night for Bills Mafia. We got the whole set. We got Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, and Marv Levy in one night. 2 Andre Reeds. That's insane. That is absolutely the most insane thing we've ever done. Mike had a big night too. Congrats, Mike. I can't believe it. That is freaky. That is really freaky. That is freaky. I was thinking Thurman Thomas Pylon. That's what I was thinking. Hey, Dudley, you're welcome. Thanks, guys. Alright. Let's see who guessed correctly here. We have Bills, Chiefs, Saints, and Jets. Bills, Chiefs, Saints, and Jeffs. Jeffs. There are Jeffs here, but Jets. Alright, let me see. Bills, Saints, Chiefs, and... Alright, Shauna got it. Jeff had the Saints. June had the Saints. Mr. Evans, you had the Chiefs. Alright, I think that's everybody. Shauna, Jeff, June, Mike. Alright. I'm going to put all these names in random.org. Top 2 names. You know what? I'm just going to put packs out there right now. Top 2 names will get 2 packs that I put out. How about that? Alright. We'll just make it a fun, easy way to end the night. No whammies. Just have some good stuff here. Do an Elite. And we'll do Chronicles. Alright, so we'll do an Elite, Diners Elite 2025, and Chronicles 2022. Alright, top name gets the 2025 Elite. Second name will get the Chronicles. Alright, so pretty simple. 50-50 chance you get something here. Alright, Shauna, June, Mike, and Jeff. 5, 6, and 7 times. Shauna and June. Alright, Shauna, you're going to get the 2025. And June, you're going to get the 2022 pack. Chance at the Brock Purdy rookie there. Alright, and then I need to push this button. And I will have stuff on the site within a few minutes here of the site the night ending. Alright. Shauna's and June's. Alright, June. Here you go. Tuesdays will be a little bit smaller of a breakout as usual. Oh, there you go! Shauna, you got a Brock Purdy rookie. There you go. Nice pull. Brock Purdy. Teammates now with Brian Robinson, his rookie. There's a Des Ritter. Another Brian Robinson. It's the Brian Robinson pack. A Brock Purdy. Look at that. 2 Brock Purdys in 1 pack. There you go. And a Garrett Wilson rookie. This is a great, great pack. Rookie of the Year and 2 Brock Purdy rookies. Alright. 2 Brock Purdy rookies in 1 pack. There you go, June. Alright, Jake. Here we go, Jake / Shauna. Well, that was June's pack. Now this is Jake / Shauna's. Jackson, Smith, and Jigga. You have a Bo Nix. Nice looking card right there. There is a Brian Thomas. So a couple nice second-year cards right there. And here's a rookie of Nick Emanuwari. Nick Emanuwari. Nick Emanuwari. Alright. That'll do it, guys. That's going to call it a night. Thank you so much for dealing with my... talking about my stomach issues and me on the travel all week and been a little bit behind on schedule, but I appreciate everybody sticking around, sticking with it, and having fun. I thank you guys. Have a great, great weekend, and I hope to see you here soon, shortly. Hey, David, you are always welcome. Like I said, don't always have to come in here and buy to join us. You are always welcome, always. All right, guys. Rest up to me, and thank you. All right, guys. Take care. Mike, your hit was insane. That Myles Garrett, what a PC hit for you, Mike. Congrats. Hey, take care, guys.